Hey, this video is all about the 12 common SaaS SEO problems holding you back and how to fix them. What I'm going to be covering today encompasses a lot of common SEO content problems for SaaS companies, common technical SEO issues SaaS companies face, common conversion issues SaaS companies face, and how it relates with your SEO, and a lot more. So with that said, let's get right into the 12 most common issues. All right, so lack of content targeting top of funnel keywords. Now, this one's really obvious. This is basically keywords that can drive targeted traffic. A lot of people in the SaaS industry miss the mark, and they're targeting content that's out of scope with your product's offering. If you really want to know more information about that, watch the content marketing just for SaaS companies video that I made to learn more about how to do that. I'm going to move through this quickly. All right, and then problem number 2, neglecting how your offer relates with your content marketing efforts. So this is related with the first one. Creating content just for the sake of creating content. That's a big issue. You have to ask yourself, do you offer a free trial? Do you offer a freemium version of your product? So incorporating ways into key pieces of content that you produce to facilitate guiding your web visitors to take the actions you need to move them forward in the conversion process is absolutely crucial to your success. And when I say key pieces of content, I mean there is an art form in understanding when to introduce them to your free trial or your freemium version of your product. If you want to learn more about that, again, look at the video Content Marketing Just for SaaS Companies to learn more about how to do that. And this is the last one on content marketing for SaaS, I promise. Not differentiating informational content and transactional content. So as you can see here, here's the buyer intent funnel. If you're not familiar with it, attention means that you're creating content that's just designed to get people's attention, all the way to awareness, which means that people are aware that they have a problem and they're looking for a solution. Discover means that they've discovered that you, in fact, offer a solution to their problem in the form of a product or a service. Consider phase means they're actually considering to buy your service. And then customer is pretty obvious. So what you need to understand is that informational content needs to be aimed towards people searching keywords with the intent behind the top funnel of the buyer intent funnel, okay? And then the bottom of sales funnel would be more in line for transactional content. I'm gonna give an example of the type of keywords to really help you better understand. How to increase sales volume, obviously, is just designed to give attention. Sales pipeline stages, obviously in the awareness stage. And the reason why is because they are somewhat educated. They're aware that they have a problem. They're looking for strategies, let's say, and learning more about what a sales pipeline is. But they don't necessarily know that you offer a solution to their problem just yet. Sales pipeline tracker is a great representation of a keyword that's similar, but it totally defines an entirely new intent behind what they're searching for, which is obviously in the discover phase. This would be where you actually introduce them that you do offer a product that can solve their problem. Best CRM for sales or HubSpot CRM. Now, the reason why I put these two different types of keywords is to really illustrate something that's very important for you to understand. Best CRM for sales. Let's start with that. CRM, okay, they're very educated. At this point, they know what they need to solve their problem, which is a CRM software. At this point, they're looking for the best CRM specifically for sales. So obviously, they are in the consider phase because the very intent behind that keyword searched is the telltale sign that they are in the consider phase. They're considering what you offer. They're comparing different competitors to make a better decision with their purchase. And then, of course, the HubSpot CRM, the reason why this is in the consider phase is because they're using a brand name term. Obviously, this could be interchanged with anything with the niche. But the point that you need to take away from this is that they are considering buying from you if you're a HubSpot, for instance. And so brand name keyword terms are so important. And then, of course, HubSpot tutorial. This would be a keyword term designed to help current customers. And that would be the keyword term that you would want to rank content for those customers. But here's the important thing you need to understand. You're not going to want to try to rank content for this keyword designed to sell your service. You're not going to want to rank content that's transactional in the awareness stage necessarily. You might want to push them down the buyer intent funnel and show them this sales pipeline tracker article within this article right here, this piece of content. And this piece of content is more appropriate at that point to then have a more transactional piece of content. But these pieces of content up here, which is the bulk of your content that you're going to be creating, is going to be informational content. And this content down here is going to be more transactional content. So important for you to understand. Again, and this is the last time I'm going to mention it. If you want a more in-depth explanation of this, watch the video I made called Content Marketing Just for SaaS Companies. All right, the next problem, not creating buyer personas. Now, this is directly related with your content marketing and SEO for your SaaS company. Basically, creating persona will help influence and improve your keyword research. And they can also improve content marketing efforts. And in order to do this, to really do it right, you're going to need to look at Facebook audience insights, look at your Google Analytics. But really, there's no better substitute than actually taking the time to sit down and discuss with your team and document your buyer persona. Really take the time to do this. It's so crucial. All right, the next common SEO mistake that SaaS companies make is that they hide resources behind a subscription paywall. So the problem with this is that there's a lot of resources that could be considered linkable assets that you could actually use to attract backlinks to your site. Not to mention, there's a lot of top of the funnel keyword type content that you could repurpose and put outside of your subscription paywall so that you could actually rank for keyword terms that potential prospects are looking for. And it demonstrates perfectly how your SaaS product can help solve a real world problem that they're facing right now. So one of the solutions is that you can repurpose it into new content. Now, if you've made the decision that you don't want some content to be accessible to the public, what you can do is you can no index it with a meta tag on the page, or you can do this through robots.txt. Just make sure that it's not indexed in Google. I actually created an entire video on this, so if you want more information, watch my video, Biggest Mistake with SaaS Link Building. All right, the next most common mistake SaaS companies make with their SEO is that they ignore their website quality score and they ignore their crawl rate. So most people don't talk about this, and this is one of the biggest, most common issues I see, and pound for pound is probably one of the biggest mistakes that any SaaS company can make with their SEO. So I'm going to break it down in a nutshell for you. A lot of SaaS companies have content that's irrelevant to the core offerings of the product, or they have thin or poor performing content. What they need to do is get rid of it. And the reason why is because when Google bots crawl your site and all they see is horrible content, or the vast majority of the pages is a lot of really poor content, duplicate pages, thin content, or it's performing poorly in terms of performance metrics, what happens is that Google is not going to want to crawl your site as often. They have deemed your site to have a low quality score. And so that's going to affect your crawl rate. And so what that means is a lot of your pages are not going to be indexed and you're not going to rank as high. It is so crucial for you to understand that moving forward with SEO, less is more. I would much rather have a website with every single page being phenomenal, content that Google loves, the types of pages that Google looks for. So you can absolutely blow your competition out of the water. You're going to have a high website quality score. You're going to rank higher. You're going to improve your organic traffic flow, and you're going to overall drive more revenue for your SaaS business. So this is actually a pretty complicated topic, and I might just make a video about it in the near future. But here's just some rules of thumbs to kind of get your gears turning so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Let's say you do a site quality audit and you crawl all your web pages, and let's say you have 1,000 or 2,000 web pages or 500 web pages even. Now, if you have pages that have links, you would want to 301 redirect certain pages to pass link equity or consider canonicalization if those pages are performing poorly, or if they have thin content, or if it's not relevant to the core offerings of your product. And the reason why you do that is because you don't want to 404 those pages and get rid of them, clean up your pages, because they already have link equity. And you don't want to waste that link equity. So you're going to have an eye and understand exactly how to fix that problem appropriately so you can conserve that link equity, so you can accomplish higher rankings and drive more organic traffic to your business website. Now, for pages with no links and no traffic, what you're going to want to do is you want to lump them with the other URLs for a content audit. And you need to seriously consider whether you need these pages or not. Oftentimes when I do a website quality audit for SaaS companies, they've got a lot of fluff. They've got a lot of pages that just do not serve their customer base, and they certainly do not serve the potential prospects that are considering to join said company. And the most common culprit is because they're creating content, again, that's not in scope of their core product offering. Now, a great way to see if you have a low website quality score and your crawl rate is suffering from this problem, what you can do is you can look at indexation status of your SaaS website. So a great example of this to find your indexation status is go and make a huge list of all your web pages that you've created. Go ahead and do a website crawl, and you can count every single web page that you have in a spreadsheet and include the pages from your sitemap as well. And then what you want to do is you want to compare that number. You want to go to Google and do site : and then websitename.com, in this instance HubSpot. And what you can see is it's going to show you about 212,000 results. That is giving you an estimation of roughly how many web pages for that website is actually indexed in Google. And so all the strategies that I've mentioned in this slide, it seems pretty convoluted, but I want to really paint a clear picture of exactly how you can accomplish this. So this is actually a template for my website quality audit. And as you can see here, I'm not going to show you an actual client's results, but what you would do is you would go and crawl every single page URL from Screaming Frog. And you would also include all the sitemaps so that you can get every single URL of your site. And here's the beauty of this strategy. If you're able to actually look at all the other metrics from different data sources like SEMrush, for instance, you can pull information from main keyword, volume, and ranking. You could look at the best keyword, which is essentially the keyword that you're ranking the best for each specific page, the volume of that keyword, the ranking. You can pull data from Google Search Console to get impressions, Google Analytics for session count, sales, conversion rates. goal conversion rates, percentage change sessions, bounce rates. You can look at average time on site, losing traffic. You can look at the links pulled from Ahrefs, Google Search Console to get click-through rate, more information like on-page issues, title, meta tag issues from Screaming Frog, H1, word count, canonical link element, and a lot of other information. What's great about this is if you're able to pull all of this data on an aggregate level, URL by URL level, what that enables you to do is you get a clear picture of exactly which URLs need what. For instance, if you're looking at pages that are performing poorly, not getting a lot of traffic, maybe they have a high bounce rate or a low average time on site, but they have some link equity right here, you can easily spot that. And you know, okay, I'm not going to 404 that page to do a content cleanup. What I'm going to do is I'm going to 301 redirect that page into a more appropriate page, or use canonicalization. Or you can easily see which page URLs have low SERP click-through rate. So you can hyper-focus your efforts and look at the pages that you could improve click-through rate on, since they're already ranking and they're already getting traffic to your site. And the benefits go on, but obviously the point is you have to be organized and you have to understand to really solve this problem with your website quality score and improving your crawl rate. You're going to really need to get surgical with this and get organized. For instance, you can leave as is. You can deem that some pages need update on page, target with links, 301 redirect, canonicalize, block crawl, or no index. And again, it really all depends on your ability to aggregate all of this data into one source, so that you can make those decisions quickly and easily. All right, the next common SEO SaaS mistake is that you're linking to 404 pages on your SaaS website. So this creates a bad user experience. Obviously, that's something you don't want to do, but it also leaks link equity. Okay, and now this is a common problem because a lot of SaaS companies and their websites, the very nature of it oftentimes does create 404 pages. So you're going to need to address this if you want to get the highest results out of your SaaS website. When you're dealing with a website with 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 web pages, every single link counts. And if you optimize this and you find, let's say, 20 or 40 instances where you're linking to a 404 page on your site, that could make a huge difference in terms of getting a boost in rankings. So the solution to this is just create a 301 redirect that redirects people to the updated content. And the best way to find these pages is to crawl your website. You can use tools like Screaming Frog, Deep Crawl, or Sitebulb, or you can have us crawl your site for you in the website quality audit, and we can do this for you. For those that are open to that, we can go ahead and populate this entire spreadsheet. The one thing that we're not going to do for free, obviously, is give the action items. That takes a very long time. All right, so the next biggest mistake for SaaS company is their gated content. Essentially, what this means is that a lot of SaaS companies have gated content that they use for lead generation purposes. So if you want to go this route, you need to ensure that you block search engines from indexing these lead generation assets. The last thing you want to do is offer like a PDF, for instance, in return for their contact information. And then all they have to do is a simple search on Google and they can find the information themselves because it's already indexed. A classic example of this is, let's say you're giving a PDF out in return for someone's email address. What you can do is you can do file type, PDF, and then sitename.com. I'll give you a live example right here. As you can see, it pulls up a PDF right here, another PDF right here, another PDF. So, I don't think this site's actually using a PDF to actually generate leads, but just to get your gears turning, you can use strategies like this. You can use search engine operators to really get an understanding of whether or not you're revealing your gated content to people for free. And furthermore, PDF is not suitable for the buyer's journey. So if you do have, let's say, PDFs as an example that you're using to generate leads with as a lead magnet, and you have it indexed on the search engines in Google, a lot of these people are going to visit the PDF site and then they're just going to immediately hit the back button because PDFs are not very navigational friendly. It's not designed to drive people down the buyer intent funnel so that you can educate them, catch their attention, and then turn them into leads and create sales. All right, so the next issue is not segmenting current customers from prospective customers with Google Analytics. This is actually a major problem I see with a lot of SaaS companies. And the way to fix this is you use Google Analytics custom dimensions. So I want you to understand the problems presented if you're not using Google Analytics custom dimensions. A lot of customers of SaaS products will go into Google and they'll search the brand name in Google and then just visit the homepage that's ranked at the top and then navigate to the login section. So this creates confusion because it generates a lot of organic traffic, but it doesn't paint a clear representation of how potential new customers are interacting with your site. So one solution is using Google Analytics custom dimensions. You can segment and tag current customers with Google Analytics. And this is actually great for remarketing purposes as well. So you can differentiate them and you can find the people that aren't customers yet. You only have to remarket those people. Another solution, and sometimes it's just a workaround that just works itself out, is that Google is going to pull the login page from the navigation of the website and include it as a site link. So if you don't know what a site link is, I'm so sorry, Sellbrite. I'm just brutalizing you guys with this video. If you don't know what a site link is, it's these right here. When someone types in, for instance, sellbright.com or just Sellbright, the brand name, what it does is it pulls down other pages on the site. Now, as you can see here, they do not have the login. So this would be an issue potentially if they are not utilizing Google's Analytics custom dimensions. All right, another big mistake is that you're not tracking the average lifetime value of your SaaS customer. So the nature of most SaaS companies is that they accrue recurring revenue due to having a subscription-based model. Not understanding lifetime value can lead you to make poor marketing decisions. You risk devaluing specific marketing strategies. So the perfect example of this is, let's say you offer a product with a subscription cost of $20 a month. If your average lifetime value for each customer is 3 years, that's actually $720. But a lot of people are just tracking the $20 a month. That's going to throw off your compass in a huge way when you're trying to determine the value of, let's say, SEO. With that said, not having a firm grasp on your lifetime value for your customers when running a subscription-based product is going to throw off your decision-making skills for a lot of the other marketing strategies out there as well. All right, another common SEO issue that I see a lot of SaaS companies make is that they don't value the marketing team. Developers are the golden boys and golden girls of the company. I love you guys and gals, okay? Don't take this the wrong way. This is one of the biggest mistakes you can make as a SaaS company. Now, one of the biggest culprits is that marketing teams don't understand the metrics that they need to keep an eye on, and they don't know how to make decisions based on that data to drive revenue, which is crucial to your long-term success. So oftentimes I don't blame them. With that said, if an SEO or marketing manager tells you something is important, you need to make time and do it for them. For more information on this topic, watch my SEO metrics vital for SaaS success, or better yet, show your marketing manager or your SEO person this video to better understand the common metrics you need to focus on if you're a SaaS company. All right, and the last common SEO mistake I see a lot of SaaS companies make is that they're not leveraging their SEO link opportunities. So even if you have a powerful website, even if you have an 80 domain rating and you have 5,000 backlinks pointing to your website, this especially applies to you. And the reason why is because the links are ripe for the picking if you're a SaaS company. There's very little effort and time needed to yield huge return on your link outreach efforts if you know how to do it right. Obviously, this is not a link building video for SaaS companies. If you're interested in learning more about that, I'd recommend you check out 3 of my videos, in particular, the easiest type of links you can build for SaaS companies, linkable assets for your SaaS company, and product review link building and how to find these opportunities. All are amazing resources and can help you really move the needle when it comes to building your links. Again, even if you have 2,000 referring domains pointing to your site. And I want to really drive that point home. Let's say you do have maybe 4,000 domains pointing to your site. What would it mean to your company if you could improve your link profile by 10 or 20% just by utilizing a couple strategies? Again, I cannot stress enough how easy and important it is for SaaS companies to build links. So don't brush it off, because these are important strategies that can really drive organic traffic to your website and drive more business revenue. So that's it. I really hope you enjoyed my video. Again, these were the 12 common SaaS SEO problems holding you back and how to fix them. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm happy to help.